challenge.
It's Bryson Wynn with the challenge.
Break down.
CBS reality royalty to beat crown.
Survive Love Island.
Amazing race and Big Brother.
Survive Love Island.
Amazing race and Big Brother. It's Bryson Wynn with the challenge.
Break down.
It's Bryson Wynn with the challenge.
Break down.
It's Bryson Wynn with the challenge.
Break down.
Welcome to the Wendell Holland YouTube channel. I am here with the purple one from Survivor Cagayan, the host of the Purple Pants podcast, Mr. Bryce Isaiah. And we are very, very sad to see Kira and my twin Kyland here as they were eliminated last night by Leo and Alyssa. Let's get right into it. Kira, it seems like everyone knows that Kyland is a big fan of the challenge. He did a lot of preparation. I want to know if you were a fan of the show and what kind of prep you did.
I definitely was. I always, though, like watched it. You know, I came from dating shows. So I watched it as something that it was fun to watch, you know, like Survivor and all those different shows. But I never, ever would have thought that I would have done something like this. So when I got the call, hell yeah, I was in the gym every freaking day. I was dating a guy at the time that was a trainer. So we were just running stairs together and just like doing it all. So I 100%, you know, wanted to fully get my mind, my body, like everything right before going on the show so I could do my best, you know?
Yeah,
Very nice. And it showed.
Thank you.
I love that, Kira. I think when I knew that I was like, okay, I'm rooting for Kira is when Cashel went home. And we know that you've like dated Cashel. And when Cashel went home in his exit interview, he was all like, you know, keep your head up, Kira. Hope you could do it. I got you. And your exit interview was like, see ya.
Seriously though, and I mean that was the craziest thing. Sometimes on shows, you know, when someone's going to be on, I had zero clue that my ex was going to be there. Zero clue. Like, I'm not lying. So when I saw him, I was just like, all right, girl, like you cannot let this, you know, F with your head. You have to keep it cool, keep it calm and collected. And like every single challenge, he was just doing, you know, all those little things that they were airing to kind of like get back with me and all this different stuff. And when he left, I couldn't even lie in that exit interview. I was like, all right, good riddance, because I just, for my own sanity, I was like, bye. Thank you.
Not you signed up for the challenge and they put you on X on the beach. Like MTV was going on.
Exactly. And I had just done X on the beach a couple months before. So I was like, let's not do this all over again.
Question for my twin, Kyland, since you are the challenge scholar. I got a question to shake things up a little bit. Wes, Bananas, CT, if you have to go into an elimination and don't know what it is, who do you want to see in there out of those three?
Oh, if I have no idea what it is.
As you usually don't, right?
I mean, honestly, well, I mean, to win Bananas, like Bananas is obviously an amazing record at the game as a whole, but not in eliminations. So I feel like that would be the best chances of coming out. And you still get to be the legend, so you get both.
So Bananas.
Yes, and I like Nez. He's the only one of those three I met. I like him a lot, but like, you know, I'd also want to win, and his record's not super great in elimination specifically. As the game, obviously, he has all 6 rings.
He's a legend.
Now, I got a question. Y'all talking Johnny Bananas or all of them. I want to know, Kylan, Hall Brawl, you or your much older twin Wendell, who's going to win that Hall Brawl? I'm just asking for the streets.
Oh my gosh. You know, I he's injured. That's the thing.
Listen,
he's injured.
and
he has the so I think that would give me a leg up because he's injured. If he was at 100%, you know, I don't know if I could stand up to my older twin champion.
My money on you, Kylan.
Damn. I got one more for Kylan. Kylan, hindsight's 2020. Do you think it was a good decision to vote for X when you guys collectively when he went down?
Oh yeah. I mean, that one's easy. It was yes. It was simple because it was in the game. Like you want your alliance who are people you can work with, people you can trust, and who are strong competitors. At that point in the game, you know, I had the strong competitors as my allies, as my closest allies being like Tyson and Angela. And so we had a really strong tight knit bond. And then we also, so it just, at that point in the game, it was like, all right, this is someone who I can't trust. No one else trusts. His best friend doesn't even trust him in this game. It's kind of like, what use is he to me strategically as a person? Love him as, obviously Big Brother winner, awesome. But in the game, there was just no value to me as an asset. So that made sense. And then he's also someone that, you just never know what he's going to do. And the way I always look at it too is like, I was talking to Dave on and I was like, yo, if she used to be a blackjack dealer. If you're playing blackjack and you double down on an 11 and the dealer gives you a 4 and you lose, you didn't make the wrong call. That's just how the cards played out.
Okay.
Now, Kira, I have a question for you. Like, Wendell and I are from the Survivor world. Kylan over there is from Big Brother. You've got James and Leo from Amazing Race. You're on Love Island. And, these are very strategic games. You hear Kylan very cutthroat. Were you surprised to see how well the Love Island girls specifically were beasting in this game? I felt like everyone that went home or went into the elimination, I felt like it had to get the blessing from the Love Island girls. Were you surprised that y'all was out there running it?
I was and I wasn't. I feel like coming in, people really underestimated us just because we didn't come from a gaming show. So like we were very just, I feel like came in there kind of blind to how everyone was going to be so calculated on just their first steps, So I think we were very much so just the crew that no one really thought that we were going to make big moves or do anything calculated. And in some ways we didn't, but I think we were just super genuine. So the fact that people kind of saw us as the underdogs and we weren't making like these crazy moves or being calculated, everyone was like, oh, we can trust them, or, oh, they're like a valid crew. But we were also like a pretty big crew at the same time. Like there was a decent amount of us in there. So I think even we started to see at a certain point, like, oh, we have numbers on our side. So, people kind of have to, if we stick together, they really have to, talk to us and be cool with us to make sure that they're not in the bottom. Cause, even Amazing Race, there was, I think, 3 from the start. So we were just like, all right, we've got numbers on our side. So even though they think that we're not big competitors or know how the game works, like we can use that to our advantage,
I love it.
You did a good job at that. Question from one of our Twitter followers, Kira. They asked which show had more drama, Love Island, which house had more drama, the Love Island Villa, X on the Beach house, or the Challenge house?
Probably Love Island, honestly, at least my journey on there, because I was just a crazy 21-year-old that was just enjoying life, So like Challenge was super calculated. And in a lot of ways, I was like very not knowing like what I could say, what I couldn't say. Like I kind of just in some ways wanted to be on a fly on the wall, kind of like David's game, just in the way that I didn't want people to think of me too much or even think of my name to put me in. I just kind of wanted to sit back and let people do what they were doing. Love Island, I think I didn't care about that. So, and no one did. So everyone was just talking their shit and having a good time. So obviously people are going to beef with each other just for the hell of it. We're all kind of getting a little lit on an island and flirting with several people, So I think that definitely had more drama, but Challenge was way more like calculated and just kind of felt like, this heavy weight on my chest of like, what's the right move? What should I do? What should I not do? Kind of,
Kylan, name me a Spice Girls song, because when you was out there, you named them Spice Girls real quick. I said, okay. You was like Ginger, Sporty, Scary, Posh.
I couldn't remember Ginger. Kira remembered Ginger's name.
Right, because Ginger left and then came back. Right. But it's given, if you want to be my lover. Name a song, Kylan.
I mean, that would have been the song. If you want to be my lover, I don't really remember all the songs. I just remember the movie. I grew up with 4 sisters, so I'd seen the movie once or twice.
You don't gotta say you grew up with 4 sisters. If you liked the movie, Kylan, you liked the movie.
Oh, I'm sure I did. I just remember the van driving across like the ocean or something.
Spice up your life, Kylan.
Yes.
Exactly.
Bryce, sing the song for us.
What, spice up your life? Because I can do the routine.
But
Actually,
spare us, please. Kylan, one more question. If you seem to like do a lot in the 7 or however many episodes that you were in this household, would you have changed anything strategy wise or anything? Because like you were very successful despite getting eliminated last night.
No, I would. I think going back to the analogy earlier, I think the moves were good. It was just literally like, no one beat us in a race or a puzzle or a physical competition. It was not knowing this one thing about Madonna. Like so I think not, and we knew the rest of the answers. So I think like that's the only thing is like, man, maybe figuring like coming in with that information. But outside of that, you saw at the end the algorithm's over, so the game's changing. So I think that most of the moves put me in a position that could have most likely gotten to the end, not just gotten to the end of the game, but probably, had a good chance of winning. So I think for me, it's just, it just played out this way, but I feel like the path was there. So I feel like I laid out the path well, and just one little hiccup got in the way, and it is what it is. But I don't know. I just had such a good time, and if you're gonna lose, I think losing like elimination to a friend like Alyssa definitely softens the blow, because then you're like, at least it's not someone that you don't want to see continue the game.
Kylan, we see that like we saw when you left Big Brother, it was a whole big thing. And when you came into this game, did you feel like you were wanting to work with the Big Brother Alliance because you guys had the numbers, or were you like, I'm out here and I'm going to like spread my wings and see what I could do with Love Island, Survivor, Amazing Race? Or did you feel like you wanted to make a point and let them know who the real big dog is?
No, I'd say that I definitely went in knowing that I wanted to play like an individual game. I think that was the hard part about our season of Big Brother. Obviously, everything that we did, the sacrifice we made for the cookout and for history is something that I have zero regrets attached to, but it made it so much harder to move 6 people forward in a game is much harder than moving 1. Especially when you have to make decisions that literally go against you as an individual, which some of us, myself included, had to do multiple times. So coming to this game, I knew I wanted to play as an individual, and I had the relationships from Big Brother, though, were super tight. So we did think that would be a factor. But then we got in and we saw the algorithm, and immediately, like, the strategists in the games, we got together, we're like, we can't run show lines. Like, it's just not going to be good long term. And as you see, it's like when I look at my like money team alliance, and then I look at my alliance of Big Brother, and we'll see who makes it to the end of the game. But the percentages, when I weigh them out, I'm like, I think that playing an individual game and adapting as the algorithm came, adapting based on who was in the house and based on the relationships that I formed. That's the mindset I came in with, was like, I'm playing as an individual. If Big Brother works for me, great. If something else works for me, great. That's what I'm going to do, whatever adapts to the game the best for me.
Well, I would love to stay and chat with you all for a long time, because you guys have so much info and we have so many questions, but we got to cut it short. I want to thank you guys both for allowing us this time. I want to apologize to you both for my Survivor bestie, my Survivor brother, Dom, throwing y'all in there. That's my guy, but I'm sorry. I hope we're still cool. But thank y'all so much for joining us for 15 minutes to chat about your time. I
would just say props to you guys, and props to Dom. You saw him actually. I was like, yo, good shot, Dom. I was talking to Dom. I love Dom. He's great. What's crazy is I saw that picture behind Bryce. I thought that was me.
No,
I was like, oh, when did we take that picture?
Real quick though, we are Derek Frazier's from Philly. We're the Philly crew, and I know that you are close with Derek Frazier, and unfortunately, I happen to be very close with Wendell. I was wondering if we could make a proposition, trade Derek for myself. Derek can have Wendell, and me and you could be besties, because I'm tired of the old man. I'm like, can we make something happen, Kylan?
Why can't we just all be besties?
I mean, no, we could just get rid of Wendell and we could just add Kira to the mix.
Hey,
Appreciate
that's a
you
winning
guys.
team.
Thanks so much for coming on, guys.
yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank
All
you.
Enjoy Jamaica. See you, Bryce.
Bye-bye.
It's Bryson Win with the challenge.
Breakdown.
It's Bryson Win with the challenge.
Breakdown.
It's Bryson Win with the challenge.
Breakdown.